He tweeted something which to me I didn't like it, honestly, and as of now I still don't like it. But based on the tweet, he made me to know why the same teacher will be teaching all of us. At the end of the day, some will get 10 out of 10, others will get 1 out of 10. Because people see it to be a harmless tweet. Deep down, it's a harmful tweet. It will be a harmless tweet if you are a SAC fan, but it will be a harmful tweet if you are a Strongman fan. You understand? And why am I saying this? Joining success is part of my life. No matter whatever I do, as and now, it's still part of whatever I do. You understand? So that is it. And it's similar to, let's say, I went to Kings and Queens International School, JHS. It is part of what I do. No matter whatever I do, it is the JHS I went to. You can talk about TIMS and talk about UCC as well. As of now, I left Mike Burness like 5 years, 6 years ago. Still, when I post a picture, I do see people tagging me with Mike Burness. It's acceptable because I went there. It's part of what I do. The same thing applies to success. No matter whatever I do, success is always going to be a part of what I do. So it's not like just a process where you just leave the success scene and that's all. So for Sarkodie to still tweet an artist who was on his label's song is really so much acceptable. So for someone to, use me as a scapegoat, talking about young arts that Sarkodie is helping, and if he's supposed to look at what other people are saying, he is not going to tweet my song. What came into your mind before you wrote my name? It doesn't even make sense. You understand? Secondly, if I'm supposed to also talk about certain things, we talk about price discrimination, which talks about you offering the same services to different people at different places at different prices. Therefore, I can choose to play a show for TV3 and choose to charge them 1,000 Ghana. I can play a show for another TV station and charge them 10,000 Ghana. It depends on whatever is happening and what I'm supposed to do. Now, to further explain, I will just talk about the fact that if this same comment was to come from Richie, if it was to come from, let's say, somebody like Samini, somebody like Sarkodie himself, other people, it could have been acceptable. But for it to come from KWAKU Smoke, it doesn't make sense. On a real, I'm not a kid for him to address me that way, right? And lastly, I'm in the same house with Sarkodie. We are cooking in the same kitchen. And you, from outside, you bring in your food staff to come and cook in the same kitchen. And today you have the right to sit at somewhere and tell people that if Sarkodie is looking at what other people are saying, he will not allow me to come and cook in the kitchen whilst you are still cooking in that same kitchen. It doesn't make sense on a real. So I was supposed to let him know. I'm not here to go back and forth with him. Honestly, people know. They know the numbers. They know the scores. We're not supposed to, go back and forth. That's the reason why when he wrote again, I didn't write anything anymore. Because I'm not here to, go back and forth with him or pick a beef or whatever. I was just here to direct him that, hey, next time when you are addressing such issues, take my name off. That's all. You can replace it with Young Arts, or better still, you can replace it with your name, because you too, Sarkodie has it.
Oh, the line just went bad, but
therefore, you can replace.
So the way you talk about,
you can substitute it.
The way you talk about this so passionately tells the anger you felt when you saw the tweet. It feels like you felt disrespected.
For that one, I don't need to be. Yeah. You say?
Looks like you felt disrespected by KWAKU
Yeah,
Smoke.
sure. Yeah, sure.
Like you said, a lot of people have said it was a harmless tweet, and people said you get extremely emotional anytime the success brand is mentioned or Sarkodie is mentioned and put where it may be a par with you or against you or whichever way you want to put it. They say you get extremely emotional.
I don't get emotional. I only treat the issue as it's supposed to be treated. You understand? In business, the way bad debts are treated is different from, let's say, how purchases are being treated. You understand? So it depends on the context. You get it? And since I left the label, myself and Sarkodie, we've been very free. Even when he was doing the Black Laugh, meet and greet, I still moved from Kumasi to Accra and came back the same day. It shows I still, I do appreciate whatever he has done for me, and I still love him the same way. When I am supposed to win an award, it's my duty to sit at one place. How should I even put it? It's my duty to be on stage and thank Sarkodie. Yo, this is to my godfather for helping me to do this and that. I've not assigned anybody to go out there and tell me why you saying I'm out. I have mouth. I can say it on my own. I don't need you to go out and tell people this and this and that. I do say it. When I was on a tour last time, I told people Sarkodie has done a lot for me, and this is it. I remember the first time I traveled outside Ghana, he was the one who did it. So I'm talking about mine. I don't know also about trumpet. You also have, he has also done something for you. So go ahead and say yours. when it's time for me to say mine, I'll also say mine. You don't use me as a scapegoat and use me to, I'm not a springboard. You understand what I'm saying?
Is that why you said what you hear might be the opposite of, you say what you hear might be the opposite of what happened? Is that why you said so? In your response to him?
It's based on the context. That's why I keep saying how he was addressing the issue. It's making me to look like a bad person here. You understand? Meanwhile, I'm a very good person. You get it? So you only know my name, you don't know my story. So you don't chip in that. You understand? So you use yourself as a case study. When I am talking, I know what you say to Sarkodie. I keep thanking him all the time. I keep being grateful all the time. But I don't need you to use my name as a scapegoat in such kind of thing. When Gasmela says something like Sark is using the young ones and stuff, so I'm the one that you're using as a scapegoat. Come on. It doesn't make sense. He was supposed to use himself, or better still, replace my name with young arts, and that's all. We're good to go.
It's the fact that he claims you're a young art that worries you about the entire thing. I guess so.
Oh, nah, it's not about young art. I'm still young. So when someone says we're young art, it's normal. I'm not an old man. So when someone says we're young art, that one I do accept it. I'm still young, right? But for the person to use, what I just don't get it is the fact that you're talking about Sarkodie. If he is using, he's basing his argument on what other people are saying, then he's not going to help the entire young arts. Fine, it's a good claim. But for you to use only my name, you single-handedly use only me. You understand? As that scapegoat to talk about whatever you're saying.
But prior to that, did you have any ill relationship? Was that bad blood between you and KWAKU SMOKE before that tweet?
With who?
You and KWAKU SMOKE, do you have bad blood before the tweet?
Nah. KWAKU SMOKE, he no be my guy, you understand? Like, me then we know this, right? So he's doing whatever he feels like doing. I'm in my own zone, also doing whatever I also feel like doing. You understand? So I've not even seen him before, so how do I...
You haven't spoken to him before?
Never. Nah.
Maybe it got him trending. Maybe he wanted to, trend with you. He knew that you get offended, and so he decided to, punch you so that he gets some reaction from you.
Oh, to me, you can't be predicting me, because you can do this. I can tweet today, tomorrow you do it. I wouldn't mind you. If I wanted the trend to continue, as he came back to tweets, I was just supposed to write only one thing, and that's all. We will still be trending, but it's not important. You understand? I was just talking about my issue. I wasn't ready to trend.
We thought you hit the studio as usual to give him some response through some music.
That's why I said I wasn't in to do a beef with KWAKU SMOKE. Just that what he said is what I didn't like. Rather than that, I am not holding any grievances against.
But AMERADO gave him a response on your behalf. I'm sure you've heard that.
I think he said something about AMERADO, and that's the reason why AMERADO gave it to him.
So
not necessarily that he was supposed to respond for me.
So it's not on your behalf, like the bloggers have written.
No.
Anyway, let's go listen to Walai, the new song from STRONGMAN, which features Dope Nation. When we are back, we'll have some more discussion, including seeing his little baby, since she's now a driver. So there's no video to the song.